Happy anniversary, NARUC. Congratulations on 125 years of looking after consumers.
You never know what exactly is going to be happening in the next years or the next months and weeks. When I started, we had surface transportation as our #1 subject. Then we went through market-based deregulation, and then we've seen the world change in telecommunications, and we've seen it change in energy. And all of those changes were wrenching, but also very exciting, and it's not a boring job.
We're not just this organization with funny initials. It's an organization that really is out there to be proactive in terms of educating the consumer and educating our memberships.
What a wonderful thought that consumers can drive their cars, operate every appliance in their homes, watch a game, wash their cars, and never think about, will the lights come on? Our job as commissioners is to stand in the gap and protect the interests of the people that we serve while balancing the needs of the utility sector to ensure that our utilities are strong and that they are able to attract investment and to get good financing.
We are not only there to play a referee, but sometimes we're there to move the boundaries. There's certain regulations that are needed. There's certain regulations and oversight that we can move away from. But someone needs to be there on the field to make sure that regulations aren't pulled off too fast or that don't stay on when they're not needed anymore.
I've always said that rate making is not a science, it's an art. And in order to do it to the best, to serve the people the best, you have to understand their needs and the constraints and background against which you regulate.
This is the United States. The states need to come together with their commissions and share the information that will help us be effective in doing our job and to be honest in serving the public, and that's what we're here for. We need to make sure that the states share information, share knowledge, and move forward to accomplish their purpose.
The reason that we exist as an association and the reason we exist as a Washington office of the association is to serve the needs of our members. They have not well understood but very difficult jobs back in their states, and I think it's our duty and our responsibility to help them as they need help, and that can take the form of training through the programs that we offer, both through our own offices as well as our university partners that support our training programs. Our meetings are an important way to provide that assistance, and then just the day-to-day availability that we have to provide Washington information, to provide access to the Congress and to the federal agencies.
I think the greatest asset that NARUC has is that the interaction among commissioners and going to meetings, it helps you discover what's taking place that helps you in your own state. And those I encourage everybody I know, you should go to those meetings. You will not really understand until you do how helpful it is in learning more about what we should be doing.
And you know, it's really something, because you'll find that you're somebody who you never would expect you'd have a commonality with. You do.
I like to say electrons are not Republicans or Democrats. They are just electrons, and the policies that we make and the decisions we make should in no way reflect any partisan political position.
What allows NARUC to work so well is that the people that come together each take part. Whether you're industry, special interest groups, whether you're the staff, sometimes the commissioners become the staff, sometimes the staff become the commissioner or in the industry. Each one takes part in helping develop policies.
This is a family. In NARUC, when we meet, we ask about one another's spouses. We meet them, we meet their children. We want to keep up with one another. We all undertake the same work, and we all take pride in doing it, and we all take the job seriously.
The ugly head of partisanship generally isn't part of what we do. And I can go for years and know some of my colleagues here at NARUC and not know whether they're R or D or an independent. And I think that's incredible. And so that your politics about regulation are what is the most important. And nobody comes without that passion.
We don't have a PAC. We don't operate the way other trade associations do, but we seem to have what I call credibility. And we have credibility because we have facts, we are problem solvers at the state level, and so people respect that.
I think that NARUC is a very transparent organization. We do things, since we do it collaboratively through resolutions and debate before we go up on the Hill, we have a real good background and a lot of meat that goes with it. And I think because we've done it that way for so long, and we're respected up on the Hill, and people look to us about, what does NARUC think, rather than telling us what we should do. And I think that makes a huge difference, and probably speaks to why we've been around so long.
And NARUC is a source of great pride for me as a state commissioner, because both in Congress and the White House and at the federal agencies where NARUC often appears, they have garnered a tremendous amount of respect from these organizations. So that means the state's voices are heard because of that respect.
I think that we just need to acknowledge that a trade association that's lasted for 125 years with the credibility that NARUC has is exceptional, and that it's so important that we continue to go ahead and acknowledge this great group and what it gives to its members and what it does to the reflective states.
Let's say we all travel together, forward in time, another 125 years. I would expect that you would see in NARUC an organization that continues to be strong, thriving, and empowered to not only continue advocating on behalf of the interests of the NARUC members and ultimately ratepayers and the consumers that we serve, but also educating commissioners. The thing about this work is it's so dynamic, it's ever-changing. No one knows it all. But NARUC is the unique entity that is able to educate commissions not only on the nuts and bolts of their work, but the challenges and the hot topics that will soon come.